This is the home right here that I was living in when I made my first dollar online. I grew up in a small town in Ohio, and certainly my dreams and my ambitions were not the typical dreams and ambitions of the average person living there. Let's just put it that way. So I was dreaming way, way like out of my league, for lack of a better word. And so I want to share what I did at the beginning when I was I paid someone a little over a month ago, to drive past this house and take a picture of it, because I don't ever want to forget that is the actual home I lived in when I made my first dollar online. That is the home I lived in when I was dreaming of making my first $100,000 a year. Like, I remember thinking $100,000 a year, and it is a lot of money, right? But last month I did $600,000 in a month. And I remember so vividly what it was like. You go in through the door, my bedroom was like in the back. You can see clearly it's a tiny house. Like, it's not a big house by any means. And yeah, I was dreaming far above my neighborhood, I think is a good way to say it. I was dreaming far above where I was living. And I think people ask me, like, so often they ask me, like, what did you do when no one believed in you? Or like, what did you do? Like, how did you stay motivated? Or like, what did you do at the beginning? How did you even want this for yourself? And so I just want to share a couple of things that worked really well for me. And things that like maybe are something for you to keep in mind and think about as well. So let me just fix my camera so there's less headspace. Hang on. There we go. So I wrote down like 4 different things that I think are good for you to know, that were helpful for me at least. And the first is that I did not talk about my goals or my dreams with people at all, really at all. And I think that's so important, especially at the beginning when you are wobbly on it, when you don't have evidence yet that you can do it. I think of our dreams, especially for beginners, especially those of us at the beginning, our dreams are like helium in a balloon. The more you talk about it, the more deflated you get. And it's sometimes it's not even that they don't support you, it's that they don't understand you and what you're trying to do, or that you are still learning how to articulate your dream. So you have this vision that's so clear in your head, but you don't have the skills yet, because it's a skill to take what you have in your head and articulate it in a way that's understandable and exciting to other people. That's actually a leadership skill. Leaders are able to say, this is the plan, this is the mission, this is what we're going to do, and get you fired up about it. But that's a skill. And if you're a beginner, you're probably saying something like, yeah, like I just see these people are making so much money online, and I'm going to do it too. And here's what I think I'm going to do. And I'm going to, no, wait, actually, I think I'm like, and so you're like talking in that tone, and you're not clear, and you're not like, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. This is the impact that we're going to have. Here's how we're going to accomplish it. You feel that energy difference. And so for most of you watching this, especially if you're just getting started and you feel that no one believes in you, and you're all in on this by yourself, first thing you do is just got to stop talking about it with people, which might sound harsh or like bad advice, but it might not even be that they don't support you. It might be that they don't understand you. And some people don't support you. But in my experience, it was less about people saying, you are going to fail, you aren't going to make it, and more about people just not understanding what I was saying. The online world, especially if you have dreams for like an online business, especially like a digital product business, which a lot of you who follow me here on YouTube, that's what we're talking about. They don't know, what the heck are you talking about? Like, they just have no idea. So first of all, stop talking about your dreams to everybody, especially if you're at the beginning and you have no evidence. Just stop talking about it. Second thing is find online friends who support you. I think that when you're just getting started in business, and frankly at any level, community is so important. One of my students just messaged me literally about 2 hours ago. So I had another student in the same group that she's in. I'm going to show you the group in a second, but I have another student group, just another student of mine who just hit $1 million selling digital products. And she's an artist. She sold a course on like how to basically like make, it's really crazy. It's really niche, but like how to make repeatable patterns. So if you ever like, let's see if I don't know if I have any patterns around. Let's see, but like, I don't know, but like basically how like patterns can repeat, like a bunch of strawberries all in a row. Those are called repeatable patterns. Her whole course is on repeatable patterns. And she just crossed over the $1 million mark. Like that's freaking insane to me. And so, but the student that messaged me wasn't that student. She said that seeing that student just hit $1 million is what's motivating her. And she just had her first $30,000 month. So that's the power of community. So stop talking to your in real life friends about what to do when no one supports you, what to do when no one, like, or about your dreams and about what you want. Start talking to your online friends who get it. And I want to show you this Facebook group that I'm talking about, because I think for you to see these are like, this is what we're talking about. This is the group. This is the community. You can come, especially if you're like a student of mine. All my students are in this group. Come be in this group with us. I just want to show you what this looks like in real life so you can visualize it. Because especially if you're new, you might not understand how amazing the right online community can be. So I just want to reset your standard for online communities. Okay, so let me show you this group. So this is my group on Facebook, and this is what it looks like. I pulled up this post that was posted today because it's just a great example of the support and just the community. So this is one of my students, and she shared that she has a tiny audience. So she wasn't expecting any sales, but she had a bunch of sales, and then everyone is just cheering her on and supporting her. People ask questions. You can ask questions and have people vote on ideas. Let's see, what is this? Another win. You can see here, this is my student, Corinne. She's a dog trainer. She's 16 days into the month. Yeah, she's crushing it. That's me offering a free resource. Yeah, just lots of stuff. Just lots of really, really, really good stuff. This is a community. This is I do live calls in this group, by the way. I'll put a link if you want it. I'll put a link to this group down in the description. This is what you should be expecting out of your online community and your online friends, where they're rooting for you, where they're supporting you, where they actually get what you're doing. And maybe they're a couple steps further than you. And so they can offer advice and they can help you. Like, so you don't have to be alone at all as an entrepreneur just starting your business. Absolutely not. So find online friends who do support you, who do get what you're doing, and talk your heart out to those friends. And then the third thing is, this is so important. This is like why people ask me all the time, like, okay, Maria, you made $62 in your first year of business. And then in your second year of business, you made $350. So for like the first 2 years, you made like basically $400. How on earth did you not quit? And that's a great question. And I know, and I've been thinking about this for so long, and I know, finally, I know what the answer is. I kept my promises to myself, even the little ones. So if I said I was going to wake up early, I woke up early. If I said I was going on a run, I went on a run. If I said I'm going to read this book, I read that book. In every area of my life, I kept my promises to myself. And it built a ton of trust. I trust myself to do what I say I'm going to do. And so when I said I'm going to start a business and make money from doing it, even if I didn't right away, I trusted myself to figure it out. And so even in that first year, like I knew I was going to be running $1 million business long before I did. I started my business in 2013 and I didn't hit $1 million until 2020. So 7 years. And so I trusted myself that even when I didn't initially see it, I'm like, well, I'm the kind of person that keeps my promises to myself. And so I have promised myself I'm going to have $1 million business. And so I'm going to have $1 million business. And so I trust myself like now, like I know at some point I'm going to be running a $100 million business, and I am not there. I've only made $12 million total. So I'm nowhere near $100 million right now, but I'm literally not bothered about it because I know in my own good time, that's exactly the kind of business I'm going to have. And so when I said I was going to become a millionaire, I trusted myself and I'm a millionaire now. And so If you are the kind of person who does not keep your promises to yourself, especially in the little ones, you are going to get much more easily discouraged and you're going to doubt the process a lot more because you don't trust yourself to deliver on the promises you made. And so you might be overly relying on other people to believe in your business and other people to believe in your dreams and other people to cheer you on because deep down you don't trust yourself. Deep down you don't believe that you are actually going to do it. And so the way that you can fix that is start keeping your promises to yourself in the little things. And the flip side of that is like, don't promise things to yourself that you know you're not going to do. If I know, given who I am as a person, that if I stay out late, I am not likely to wake up and work out early in the morning, I don't even promise that to myself. Like, okay, yeah, I'm totally going to wake up and work out tomorrow. No, I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm not. I know myself. I'm not going to. And that's okay. That's self-awareness and that's accepting who we are. There are very few things that are a priority. And for me right now, just again, sharing what's going on in my life, taking care of my kid, which is like 80%, 90%, and then scaling my business to $10 million per year. So right now we are very much on track for it. But I think if I gotta like push a little. That's the focus. That's it. And so all of that to say, on the flip side, don't make promises that you will not keep, but then the few promises that you do make. And my point in saying that was like, focus on a few things and make few promises to yourself so that you can actually keep them, so that you can build trust in yourself. So I trust myself completely with everything I say I'm going to do. I'm never worried about the timeline, by the way. That's one last thing I want to say about that is like, it might happen sooner, it might happen later. I'm not worried. My $100 million business might happen in 5 years, it might happen in 10 years. God forbid it happens in 20 years, but if it happens in 20 years, fine. I just know that at some point I'm going to be the owner of a $100 million business. I do not care how long it takes. And so don't worry about the timeline of things. Now, if you want a practical guide to what I did, I wrote a book on how I made $11 million selling digital products. I'll give you a free copy. It's outdated in that since I just published this, like I just got the printed copy of this and I've already made another $1 million since this was written. So it's already the title's slightly outdated. Everything else is amazing. If you want a copy of this book, I will send you one for free. I'm putting a link down below at the very top. Just enter your information in. It has everything that I have done. Let me just show you. Like it's very, very helpful. Very, very good stuff. All the things I wish I knew back when I was making like $63. Tons of marketing stuff, actual examples of stuff that works. That's an email that I send that makes me a ton of sales. So that's what that is. Just lots of really good stuff. Very helpful stuff. So if you want a free copy, I'm more than happy to send one to you. I'm going to put the link in the description down below and I will see you there.